Hey, welcome back, Prestige family. What's going on? My name is Ola, coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. Ladies, if you suggest this first, run. All right, so I've seen that advice everywhere. What is this? Well, my wife just sent me this video. Let's watch this video together. She sent me this video, and she thinks I should do a video on it. So I'm yielding to the boss. Let's have it. I'm gonna play the video and then we'll talk.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Daddy.
Hello? Yeah, what is you?
I'm good. Are you sleeping?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Daddy, I feel like I'm going through like a midlife crisis. I don't know, like I'm not dating anybody. And like I really want kids, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want kids. And yeah, I don't really think I want kids in the future. And like dating nowadays, like it's not like before, like how Tope found her husband. And like the guys out nowadays, they're just like not as good as before, you know. And like I just feel as though like I don't want to like settle for a man that doesn't like fulfill me, or like a man that I have to like physically support because like he's not capable of, or like has even like reached the level that I've reached, or the success that I have achieved in my life. Like I don't want to settle, but like I just feel like I guess I wouldn't say pressured by society, but I just feel as though because like I'm seeing all these things, maybe I should be doing that too, like get married and like have kids and stuff.
Well, all I know when you meet that person, you will know. That's all I can say to you, you know.
All right, Baba say if you meet that person, you know. I'm listening to it for the first time with you guys as I'm recording this. The caption says, talking to my BFF, aka my African dad, about my midlife crisis. Let's continue.
You don't have to let the society pressure you and stuff like that. You know, I understand what you're saying, you know. Everybody will go through midlife crisis, you know, so it's normal to go through it. And I have friends that go on or more of your age now. They're going through the same thing that, you know, they don't want to bother and stuff like that. And we, wherever she was, Africa, not only Africa, outside, like I said, our man saw people that can't be more tier, pushable, and everything. But, you know, but it's not there for everybody. But, you know, but what I know is to worry any, like you said, you know, so you've attained certain success and all that. So you cannot just settle for anybody and stuff like that, you know. So, yeah, you know, that is true at the same time, too, you know.
Yeah.
And that's true at the same time, too. But and it came out Lauren anyway, you know.
Yeah.
He said it doesn't mean you shouldn't have a friend anyway. That is true. I mean, you guys are listening, right? So I don't know what my wife want me to hear, but I'm still listening. You know.
Well, Lauren, girl.
And like
Yeah.
I want guys to Anita, like they're so horrible, Daddy. Like this guy, he asked me out on a date last week, right? And that told me that I should meet him in Starbucks. And I'm like, I'm not meeting you in Starbucks. Like, are you crazy?
Here we go. We're there. I think we're getting there already. I think she did mention something about Starbucks. All right. So she thinks the coffee date is crazy. All right. I'm wondering how old she is. Girls in their early 20s would generally not have these issues. It's people that are going past 25 that would generally have this type of issues. But let's continue. She thinks it's crazy to meet at a coffee shop. Let's keep going. Coffee dates.
Yeah.
Can't me meet any Starbucks. Get him on one Starbucks. Like, are you crazy? I should meet you in Starbucks for a day.
What if I told her I want to meet at Dunkin' Donuts? All right, so Oh my god, where do I go from this one? She did say coffee date, and that's, and I know there's been a lot of conversations around coffee dates and how a lot of women think it's a red flag. But let's just, context. Sometimes when I explain things in just theory, just say it doesn't land well. But when we have this type of examples, he gives it a whole new meaning entirely. Remember, she was crying just now about midlife crisis, and she was crying. And shout out to that dad for real, because that looks like a very present dad, even though it sounded like he was sleeping. Well, no, Bami Soro, talk to me. The guy said, talk to me. Shout out to that dad. Oh, wow.
Date.
Yeah, well, anyway. I'm meeting in Starbucks now. Just, open space, just talk and everything. So what I like, that should be the end of it, but you don't want
Baba said, if you meet somebody at Starbucks, it's just an open space. That's all it means. To the Gen Z body or millennial body, let me say, probably mostly millennials in this WhatsApp group, it means something else. So it must mean something else. What Starbucks as how? What do you mean by Dunkin' Donuts? I love Dunkin' Donuts, by the way. I guess I might have noticed me drinking Dunkin' Donuts sometimes. Coffee shop. She thinks it's crazy. Baba says, Baba is too gentle. Let's see if she's gonna say something to that.
want him to meet you at your house on the first date. And you don't want to go to his house on the first date either.
Yeah, no,
So
my thing.
Wait,
Just, open space,
open
just
space.
talk and everything. So what I like, that should be the end of it.
If you don't like it, that's the
You
end
don't
of it.
want him to meet you at your house on the first date.
Baba is thinking that's an open space as opposed to your house. You don't want that person meeting you out at your house. So I'm guessing she has a house, right? You have a house and you don't want some random dude that you just met to come. So what is the issue now? The issue is that this man asked you on a date to Starbucks. Just think about it, right? Think about it. Ladies, what does this mean exactly? Does it mean, I'm guessing, low effort? All right, let's hear the Baba. He's still talking.
You don't want to go to his house on the first date either.
Yeah, no,
So
my thing is that out of all the restaurant and places, you chose Starbucks.
Oh, okay.
Baba's like, oh, okay, that's what you mean. Yeah, all these different restaurants. What's a restaurant? Like McDonald's? Like KFC? No, she doesn't mean that. Oh, by the way, she also doesn't mean Beniana. I think that's the name. She also doesn't mean chocolate factory. You me to chocolate factory. Your papa. Let's keep going.
Like, that's just ridiculous.
Okay, I got
She says ridiculous.
I got you.
Master, I got you.
Today, I say TMA, that's gonna happen. I say, so
Baba said God will provide your own. It's gonna happen.
to precise do I know.
Kill us off.
To precise do I know.
Baba said we'll put it in prayer
It's your
too.
choice. Don't let society pressure you. Well, all I know is already becomes
Okay. They're speaking Yoruba, so I'm interjecting.
he came to Nigeria and found somebody for her daughter. So
Wait, they're in Nigeria. A friend came to Nigeria and found somebody for her daughter.
so it's gonna work, and they're gonna marry. And they're gonna marry when August come up with a wedding. So
That's
of
not.
course,
That's not what I want. I don't want to be supporting
I
a
know.
freaking guy.
I understand you.
Like
Totally,
having,
I understand you.
like giving birth, like that stuff is not easy.
I understand you.
Now, remember how this conversation started. She didn't think she wanted children. I think that's how she started. Let me see. We're at 4:49. I think she started like this. She didn't think she wanted children or marriage. Is it that she didn't want children? Abi, she's
Hello.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello. Yeah. Well, that's you.
I'm good. Are you?
I think this is her hand. Shout out to Yeti Slay for putting herself out there. She's been vulnerable, I guess, So shout out to her. But let's see what the first complaint is.
Sleeping?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Daddy, I feel like I'm going through like a midlife crisis.
A
I
midlife
don't know, like
crisis.
I'm not dating
She's
anybody.
not dating
Like I don't
anybody.
think I really want kids, you know?
She doesn't think she wants kids. That's midlife crisis. She's not dating anybody. She doesn't think she wants kids. Those are all three different issues, but maybe they can all fit under midlife crisis. What's midlife? Isn't midlife crisis like 45, 50? Does that mean she's in her 40s or something? She doesn't think she wants any kids, meaning she probably doesn't have any right now. Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
No,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want
Well,
kids.
anyway,
And
we are going to.
yeah, I don't
Baba was about to interject. Said, well, before, okay, all right, I'm hearing. I said, I'm hearing.
really think I want kids in the future. And like dating nowadays, like it's not like
Oh, the
before, like,
real
people quit
issue. Dating nowadays is not
I do
like
annoy
before.
you, so
All right. I
That's
pushed it
not
forward back.
that's not what I want. I don't want to be supported
I
any
know.
freaking guy.
I understand you.
Like
She
having,
doesn't want to be supporting any freaking guy. That means when the Baba said going back to a friend came to Nigeria to find somebody, she's also assuming that everybody that will come from Nigeria will be supported, will be somebody who is not well off. It's not always true. Most likely, yeah, but it's not always true. They can actually find you somebody who actually is well off in Nigeria, who actually is looking for somebody who is decent too. The generalizations, there's a lot of this gross levels of generalizations in our rhetoric, rightfully so, because she's talking about our experience. We naturally generalize from our own space of experience. We make assumptions that everybody else is going through what we're going through, and statements like the guys nowadays, there are a lot of good men out here, don't get it twisted. There's a lot of good men out here, just not in your circle, obviously, right? So let's keep going.
I understand you.
Oh yeah, by the way, I do have clients too that are finding some of these great guys, and they have some of these red flags show up, and they will ask me and say, "Is this red flag?" That one, I see why you see that red flag. Is nah, that's just one part of life. This is how you get through that. As opposed to everything is a red flag. We wrote the whole book called Number One Red Flag. You can download it for free. Just go to manofprestige.com. It's called Number One Red Flag. So it's a topic that we know a little bit about. But let's keep going.
like giving birth, like that stuff is not easy.
Giving birth.
I understand you.
So sorry.
I understand. Yeah, I know it's not easy. Everybody's talking about it left and right, so we as parents, we are concerned about our kids and everything, but hey, you can't just force your kids to just do things, so because
Baba is lost for words a little bit.
So
Mm-hmm.
like I said, all I just want to visit here for him.
Yeah, I don't want to go through any mental stress, all because like at a certain age, I have to be married and have kids, and then do all of that to be miserable in the house. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't care about stuff like that.
Yeah.
Baba is not saying you must at this point. She looks like she's in her 40s. It looks like it. Baba is not trying to stress himself. Like, you decide what you want to do. I just want to support you. Shout out to that dad.
Go. Ayeti.
Yeah.
Yetunde.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
We don't want to say
Oh, all right. I feel for her. But apparently her video went viral last week, and a video went viral last week. Let me see if I can find somewhere else where they have some more authentic comment that will tell us what the people are thinking. Yeti Slay. Her name is Yeti Slay. That should tell you a whole lot. This is our page. That should probably tell you a whole lot more than you probably already know. But let me see if I can find some other places where some people are living like more of their authentic thoughts. right? Because they said somebody else posted it and deleted it. Okay, so she's a TikToker. Okay, but clearly that video went viral. So this is her page. This is what she. Let me see her biggest video. This one's the caption says turning one blazer to 4 different outfits, makeup for beginners. She's pretty. And why your makeup does not last 24 hours. Okay. All right, let me see if she has a reply to the viral video. The one I just watched will probably tell me. All right, so I want to take a second to talk about the coffee date thing. Okay, the coffee date thing, as much as it represents. Okay, she looks like she's in Yankee. That window is the Yankee video. Okay, this is a video of her. Let me see. I will block you. Okay, she will block people. She is definitely slaying on the internet. Okay, this is a lot of things. It's a lot of things going on here. Okay, but she decided to be vulnerable and share a vulnerable moment with us, right? Okay. All right, just want to make sure that I have an idea of who, just a little bit, because I don't really know her. Okay, Los Angeles. Okay, all right, good. Let's take it like this. Yeti called it midlife crisis. Let's look at the comments. Okay, someone said, but why are you crying? If you don't know why she's crying, yeah, you probably would not know from me explaining. Somebody said your dad deserves a medal. However, first date is just for knowing each other. You don't have to break the bank for that. Guys who want to chop and run wouldn't mind though. All right, this person is assuming Nigerian guys who want to chop and run. Well, the guy is expected to pay for the date. So, girl, I was with you until the Starbucks part. People go on coffee dates and even fast food. There's not a problem with that. Don't be deceived by what you see on the internet. Now, when I met my wife, I was 24, 25. And then we got married when I was 27. 24, 25, 26. Dated and then got married 27. I definitely took her to KFC, McDonald's, Chinese food. As a matter of fact, when I say Chinese food, I'm talking about Chinese food in the hood, in the corner, okay? So, do you have to do yours like mine? No. But it tells you the mind of younger people. One of the many reasons why I say people should date their potential life partner as early as today. Adult today. Doesn't matter what age, as early as today. Keep an open mind. One of the reasons, because it's easier to keep an open mind like a child, right? It's the older you get, the older you get, the less of a child you are, right? You know, what does I'm starting to quote the Bible. I'm noticing now. Matthew 18:30. Matthew 18 2 to 4 from this Christian scriptures, right? Matthew 18, chapter 18, 2 to 4 says, he called a little child to him and placed the child among them. And he said, truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, whoever takes the lowly position of this child is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. There's so many scriptures. The place where it talks about the last shall be like the first. The more you know, the more polluted you become in terms of actual desires that you have. So the kingdom of heaven will be like a desire, right? Your desires are directly attributed to humility. Keeping an open mind doesn't mean settling for less, but means you know when to settle down, not necessarily settling for less. So when you're saying things like coffee dates and you put that in the same box as You can think of it, there's two ways you can think of it. You can think of it as low effort, or you can think of it as a humble beginning, right? As you can think of it as this person wants to get to know me in an open space. It's half glass empty, half glass full. It depends on how you look at it. You see, at the end of the day, I can't tell you what to do, right? But at some point, you're breaking down in tears, you're crying to the internet, and then in that same breath, you're talking about a person is crazy for asking you out on a coffee date. Gentlemen, listen to me carefully. That's your litmus test. Ask for coffee date. If she turns it down, that's your cue. Run, oh, run. Okay? Run. If you personally, you wouldn't go on a coffee date as a man, I completely understand. The point is that you should take her to where you want to take her, where you're comfortable. You should bring her on along in your own world. Okay? But in terms of somebody using this as a litmus test, I guess everybody can use it as a litmus test against each other. It's not fair to yourselves to put this kind of pressure on yourself. What is wrong with the coffee date? You don't know this person. You don't know if that's low effort or not. What are you measuring against? The only thing you can tell me you're measuring against is an expensive restaurant. Come on now. Come on. There's no way to justify it other than materialism. There's no way to justify it. Okay? So imagine what kind of bondage you've put yourself. You really like a person, but because they said a coffee date, that's it. Right? Or we could make it about, but the other question is that, would it matter if you really like the person? I'm being fair, so I'm asking a fair question. Would it really matter where you go with the person that you really, really like? Is it possible that your sense of liking has been tampered with time? You are getting older and older and older. Your taste is getting bigger than yourself. And, that also means your ability to discern, your discerning ability is also getting less and less. Because what you're using to measure it is money. Money, materialistic. Maybe for men, sex. She looks like she's bodied, and that's how you measure success long term. Obviously, that's not good enough, and I hope you know that, gentlemen. So imagine this pretty lady right here, right? And she calls it, she's going through midlife crisis, and maybe she's just mixing a lot of things together, but in that same breath, she has problems with the coffee date. Not good. So somebody said, girl, I was with you until the Starbucks part. People go on coffee dates, and even fast food, that's not a problem with that. Don't be deceived by what you see on the internet. So how do people get this idea on the internet that a coffee date is not good? A coffee date is a fantastic way to spend a quick few minutes. You're moving. Hey, nice to meet you. Yes. So tell me about, okay, you do like little, okay, all right, good. And then a second date obviously can be a lot better than that. But Ola, you're out of the game. How can I advise you, right? I can. Go pick up this book. It's available for free. Just go to manofprestige.com. So I met my husband at 32, got married at 34, met him in Nigeria when I went on holiday. My advice would be to be more open-minded. Thank you. Be open-minded. I didn't say lower your standards. Okay, there's a confusion here. Lower standards or be open-minded. Where's the confusion? That could be a masterclass for you. Maybe that's the work you need to do. Maybe that's why you need to hire a coach, a mentor. Maybe that's why you need to talk to people that are being there, done that. That's the whole masterclass. I can understand the confusion between lowering your standards and being open-minded. But don't let something as small as meeting for coffee be the reason you miss your potential husband. Good luck, sis. That's a good advice. The fact you can have this conversation with a Nigerian father, Yoruba uncle. Yeah, shout out to that dad, Having a dad that is a blessing in disguise. Okay. Yeah, big deal. Why is no one commending the solid home she's come from? she knowing that she can call her dad, and the dad being gentle and giving honest advice, correct pops. Well, there's a lot. Shout out to her dad again, but there's so much more there that we probably don't know. Okay, some young ladies have also been blessed with a dad that also grew up with their child, that didn't know that you can actually walk and chew gum at the same time. Some dad will say, make sure you have all your medical degrees, all of the neurosurgical medical degrees before you think about a man. And now she's 29, 30, 32, 33, and all he can offer is a listen. He's always been good at a listening ear, but he's also wasn't, like, he didn't have the tools to say, oh no, you can date. Oh no, babe, coffee date is fantastic. No, never mind the Chipotle. I was about to say Chipotle, that's cheap. Oh God, Lord help me. Never mind the fancy restaurants in the skies of New York City. Never mind that, baby. As you're going through, you can chew gum. Let me just introduce him to me. I do the screening. You don't do the screening. You like what you like, but I'll do the screening. And that starts as early as 18, 19, 20, 21, 27, not when you're 40. So he might have always been a good listener, the dad, right? But she's a full-blown grown person now. And I'm not taking credit away from him, because being a good listener is a great place to start from. But if you have a daughter, gentlemen, they can walk and chew gum at the same time. As soon as they're in higher institutions, they have to pay attention to who they're going to spay, potential of meeting the person they can spend the rest of their life with, so that we don't be having this conversation later on. Okay, but again, keep in mind where you are right now is the blessing. It's not about Abamo. It's not about I should have, could have, would have. It's about where you are right now. The fact that he listened and validated her feelings. Omo, your dad na real man. Oh, I love this for you, babe. Okay, I'm looking for the authentic. Maybe we'll do a part 2. I'm looking for because I know Nigerians are not this nice with that coffee date conversation. I know they're not. No one is talking about how her dad is so intelligent with the response and the fact that they obviously have that beautiful relationship. Okay, that may have been one thing that's sustaining her all along. The fact that she has daddy to call at any point in time. Someone said, yo, if Starbucks is your standards, go there and leave her alone. Starbucks isn't hers, and that's very okay. No, it is not okay, as a matter of fact. Since the person wants to say it out loud now, thank God I saw this before the end. We all answer different names. Answer yours and go to wherever you want. No, it is not okay. Starbucks is not okay for her. If it's not a matter of security, safety, if she's not Copy or $10, right? Florence or $10, obviously that one cannot just be hanging out in some random Starbucks because of safety, security, right? If it's not what we're talking about, if we're just talking about you and your materialistic standards, it is not okay. No, it is definitely not okay if you're going to be all loud on the internet because you're influencing other people. It is not okay. Okay, it's not okay. All right, because clearly she said it's not okay and she's crying. She's also saying that it's not okay. Yeah, she said it backhandish way by saying the guy is crazy, but no, clearly it's not okay. So you're wrong. It is not okay. Nigerian dads will understand her top tier. My dad would tell me the same thing. The fact that you can tell your dad this, okay, so a lot of people are giving the dad props. He deserves it. Let me see here. This person said the internet has made dating or going on dates something that has to be luxurious. Going on a coffee date or little date is not bad at all. Y'all don't see the logic there? There's a lot of logic in there. Somebody said, Miss Pick Me, go to Starbucks, nobody's stopping. So she's replying, the creator, Yeti Slay. Yeti Slay doesn't want to hear the truth, obviously. Okay? And she's like the rest of us. The truth hurts. The truth is this video. The fact that she's crying in this video. That's the truth. She replied the person, Miss Pick Me. She called that person, Miss Pick Me. Go to Starbucks, nobody's stopping you. Well, here's the thing. This is what some men will see and will drag the feminism and all this kind of stuff. Starbucks dates is fine. Okay? Don't make your date about where you go. Make your date about, are you feeling that person? Do you like that person? Are you feeling the vibes? Be safe. Get to know that person. Now, if you're 40, 45 plus and you're single, never had children, you're probably not going to listen to me. And that's okay. And you deserve that. Okay? And that's, see, that one is okay. But the other people you are influencing, allow us to talk to them. Starbucks coffee date is fine for anybody. Anybody who chooses, that's fine for them. Okay? But you can't say it is fine and it's okay and then you come on internet and cry and not allow people to talk. Could it work? Sorry. Somebody says, so relatable. I had to tell my parents that the men now are different from before, so they should stop pressuring me. They ended it with Olora Akwese Okotie, and I said, amen. Okay, let's talk about that. Are they really different? No, they're not different. The men now are not really that different. Okay? They are the men that you have. They are the men in your era. The same thing I tell the men all the time. The women now, the modern women are not different. They are the women in your era. It's either you're a player or you're not a player. I don't want to use the other language. The other language is loser winner. I don't want to use that because I want to be nice. But it's either you're a real player or you're not a real player. The men in you can't go back to, like LeBron James is not allowed to go back to Michael Jordan's era and say your players are different. The players on your field are the players on your field. Are you kidding me? It's either you got game or you don't got game. It's very simple. Okay? It's very simple. It doesn't matter if you're man or woman. There you have it. I'm 31 minutes into this. Okay? Maybe there's more. All right. So let me see. Let me see the reply. And you think ladies now are the same? The ladies are not the same either. So it's fair. It is fair. You don't think there are people crying with their own version of social media? Maybe on Prime people back in the days or whatever their media was. You don't think there were people crying about the type of men that they had? This is people that are not real players. Let me call them. If you're not a real player, you don't have game. You will complain about the weather. You will complain about rain and sunshine, the environmental factors, the given, the things that are going to be there anyway. To get to, the men are different. The ladies are different. Okay. What are you going to do? Are you a player or you're just going to not be a player? Are you a winner or a loser? Let me just say it. I was trying to be nice. Okay. You get to decide if you're a player. If you understand the players are the players, learn the game and win in the game. But again, if you're trying to be, if you're Michael Jordan and you're not trying to be LeBron, it's not going to work because you know too much and your bones are getting weak. Time is telling. Okay, some things are in the past. Become a coach or something. Coach them what they shouldn't do. Because it gets more hard. It gets much harder. If you belong in another era and you're trying to play the game in a different era, it gets harder. Okay. All right. So, or you learn the game. You know, the beautiful thing, you don't need your physical. You just have to have game. Okay. You have to be seductress at heart. You can actually learn it. All right. Anybody. It doesn't matter if you're a single mother. People, men, these modern men will fall for you. The best of them. Not the men are different. What men are different? The ones that I tell you, okay, I can't take your. Well, if I was trying to take somebody on a coffee date, okay, if I was taking somebody on a coffee date and they go a coffee date or they block me or they ghost me, guess what? It's not a big deal. It's not really a big deal. Does that mean men are different? Well, it's okay. All right. So, but if you find yourself very quick to call people that got game a pick me, you probably should check yourself. Okay. There's pick me and there's pick me. I don't like pick me's too, but there's pick me's and there's the real pick me's. Okay. But if you're just busy calling people that are saying, wait, what's wrong with the coffee date? And then you go very quick to call pick me, that tells me everything I need to know. Well, the crying tells me everything I need to know already, but I'm just saying. We'll notice that her father wanted to convince her that there is nothing bad to go and meet him there. The father wanted to do that, but the father probably knows her. He's 30 something plus 40 plus. She's not gonna hear him. The father is just like, I was in the middle of sleep. My baby girl calls me. I love you regardless of what happens. I'm Afisa Durani. We're going to keep you in the prayers. He didn't want to. This girl is not this gentle. I can almost guarantee it. Right? So doesn't mean she will do bad. So it looks like she really loves that father. I'm just saying that father knows her daughter. Okay. Then she can invite him to her house. The man understands. The man, he might not understand, but yeah, I would be the one telling my baby girl, like, yeah, what's wrong? Because I won't just tell it outrightly. She's gonna have to explain to me what's wrong with coffee dates. That's all. We have a conversation around it. All right, but she's not gonna get just sympathy. She's gonna get empathy. We're gonna have a conversation around it. She's going to have an understanding of what we're gonna connect the dots from the results she's creating to what she's saying by herself. You're saying coffee date is no good, but at the same time you're having a midlife crisis. Don't you think you might need to adapt without calling it settling for less? Don't you think you might need to have a better work on your open-mindedness? Would I make my face like this when I'm talking to my daughter? No, of course not. I'm gonna be like, baby girl, talk to me. Talk to me. What's wrong? All right, come over here. Okay, I'm driving over right now. I'll see you in a second. I can hear her crying, even if she's not showing me, because she's my baby girl. I can hear the cry. And I'll be, if it's like within a few minutes, I'll be there. Like, I'm coming over right now. You have anything I can grab to eat? You know what? Let's go grab something to eat. You know what? Let's go grab some coffee. I need coffee right now. I'm waking up in the middle of the day, but I need some coffee. Maybe iced coffee. It's summertime outside. I'm not close to my dad like this. This made me emotional because I'm 28 and to the African community, I'm an old lady. You're not an old lady. Today is the beginning of the rest of your life. What cards you're dealt is part of the things you need to understand as a player. You understand the cards you're dealt. Part of it is you're 28. There's some advantage to whatever age you are. You learn it. You use it. Men fall for older women all the time. They fall in love flat on their face. Don't get it twisted. If you're going to blame anybody, yourself, is that you never took the time to calm down and learn the game. You're setting up rules that are too rigid. As a matter of fact, the rules are not valid in real life, because if the rules were valid, you wouldn't be crying on TikTok. So your rules don't work. The rules of don't go on coffee dates, it doesn't work. If it worked, it would have worked. If it worked for you, it might not work for other people. For the most part, it doesn't work because you're looking crazy. You're the one looking crazy setting those rules. Potentially to the people that actually really like you. But I don't really accept this excuse from men either, because if she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you. She will give any excuse to not deal with you if she doesn't like you. One of those excuses might be like, I don't do coffee dates. You know what? She might not do coffee date with you. She might be smashing a dude for free in her apartment without any dates. Maybe she just doesn't like you enough. So gentlemen, don't dwell on this either. Because I believe generally speaking, if the person like you enough, they won't set this crazy. They will break all the standards. Overall, I believe in that. But we're hearing this and more. We cannot pretend like this is not influencing somebody out there who think it is normal to not go on. No, it is not normal. It is not okay for you to set a crazy ass don't go to Starbucks rule for yourself. No, that's not okay. That's not okay to be close-minded like that. It's not the coffee, it's the close-mindedness. So I'm 28 and the African community think I'm an old lady, no kids, no husband, just going through crisis after crisis to get better. Change your circle. Okay, change your circle. 28, no kids, no husband. It is not a crisis. That's not a crisis in 2025. I'll tell you what's a crisis. If you're 22 and you go and listen to advice from somebody who is 68, and they said no man is going to make you, and you're listening to the rhetoric over and over, or a person who has been hurt by multiple men that they attracted, and now that is a crisis. Okay, it's not the age that makes you a crisis, it's your mindset. It's where you are in your mindset right now. Are you borrowing from the wrong people? Are you listening to the wrong advice? Are you surrounding yourself with people who don't have any sense around pressure, right? Then I understand how that could be a crisis, but change your circle. Okay, change your circle. Keep some distance. Okay, but 28, I'm not gonna accept that 28 no kids is a crisis. Like, no, change your circle. It can feel like a crisis. Don't get me wrong. I'm not minimizing that. A big thanks to your dad for listening to you. God will choose for you, okay? Don't settle for any less. You will have to settle down at some point. If you're conflicting settling for less with settling down, then that is a crisis. Now, that's a crisis. Every one of us will settle down. Okay? There's somebody out there looking at me and say I settled for less. There's somebody else out there looking at my wife saying she settled for less. So it's subjective. Okay? So don't settle for less. Be careful when you say that. Okay? Because if what you really mean is don't settle down or set high standards, your standard is your standard. If what you really mean is that you will not work on your open-mindedness, yeah, I don't think you should settle for less, as long as you take care of those other things. It's that guy, and just know that you have support. Let me see. Your dad is amazing. If you have parents who don't pressure you on matter like this, you don't know what you have. I think it's a blessing. You guys are so supportive under here. Yeah, our followers are supportive because probably she probably deleted all the mean ones. I am guessing she deleted all the super mean ones, because Nigerians would have given her woto. Okay, I think I see one. Okay, I see somebody said nothing wrong with Starbucks. If you've never met him before, he wants to also know you're worth the effort. But you're right for the most part. Let me see how she replied. Hi, please, can you help me with anything? I'm currently sick. Oh God. Someone said, Yeti, you are your problem. You go stubborn, die. Baba self, they agree to all you said. Thank you. So this person that really is picking this up here right now. And you can see Yeti picked it up too and replying to that person. Yeti, you are your problem. You go stubborn, die. That means you'll be stubborn as hell. Baba self, even your father is agreeing with all you said. He knows you will argue everything. This is good to pay attention to. Not about Yeti. We might be wrong about Yeti, but everybody else that can relate with this, check yourself. Why is your parent tend to be agreeing with you on everything? I fall in that category. Let me tell you like this, okay? I have to control myself, not arguing with my parents, because I'm very opinionated, as you know. And there's some things that I just can see that they don't see. I have to like be super self-aware and say, no, this one, like 5 out of 7 opportunities to argue, I'm not going to argue. I'm especially not going to argue with 70-year-old people. I don't know if they've done that for the longest before I started to have some self-awareness around that. They probably are, right? So it's not a crime. It's just knowing your personality, knowing where your temperament and this other style, attachment style, dependency style lies. You know where these things are so that you can be a real player, right? Because every player has a strength and a weakness, right? So know these things. And how did she reply? She said, President General among the nation, we hail you. All right. That's actually a very good answer. The dad is tired of her ego and stubbornness already. She's not just a red flag, but a red banner. Believe me, I pity whoever comes close with this type of attitude. Ajay, ordinary Starbucks, define a person she too mumu Ajay. Anyway, let me say this. Yeti is somebody's wife. Some of you men need to hear this. What I'm about to say right now. Yeti is going to be somebody's fantastic wife. If you listen, before I read that comment, I just said every player has a strength and a weakness. The crisis comes when you don't find your strength and your weakness and learn how to leverage on your strength and never mind your weakness. Because that one, God will cover that one. Grace cover them. If you work on your strength, grace will cover that side. More than enough. Sufficient grace will cover that. If you work on your strength. This lady is going to be somebody's wife. Can be, let me say can be, if she borrows her self-sense and understand that this thing called Starbucks date is a problem. If she gets that, she's gonna be somebody's wife. She's gonna have everything she ever wants in life. But some of you men, you can't see that because you too, you're everywhere looking for red flags. You too are supposed to lean in a little bit, get to know them. You might just find that there's a gem in there somewhere. Inside of it, not a very perfect package, obviously, but there might be a gem in there. Now, should you now go and risk it and marry somebody? That's not what I'm saying, because that's the same thing as asking. That's the same thing as mixing what I'm saying with settling for less. Mixing settling down with settling for less. Nobody's asking you to go and settle for anything that's red flag. What I'm saying is that the red flag thing is now an epidemic. The red flag detectives equals to actual red flags. It's an epidemic now. You see, there's a miscorrection. There's an overcorrection that has happened. Okay, everybody is now a detective of red flags, which makes them a red flag. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope so. Okay, so saying she's not just a red flag, she's a red banner, that's not a manly thing to say, by the way, to a woman. If it's not your cup of tea, you keep it moving. Okay, you keep. It's a very feminine. It's a feminine place to come from as a man. Okay, there are ways to express what you have to say. There's a person here that actually said there's nothing wrong with a coffee date. Be open-minded. That is more masculine than saying she's a red banner as a man. It's not proper. So first of all, I thought she was pranking her dad, but I later saw that the tears were real. Then when the Starbucks hit the conversation, I felt the pain of that man. I mean, the fact. All right, they are here. The comments are here. They're going to be mean to her because the men are different. Let's not call them feminine. Please know that men are very, very careful to get married nowadays, because men are not safe at all now. No, men are just as safe as their masculine frame. Okay. Again, these modern women are the cards you're dealt. Do you know what to do? You're not a real player. That doesn't mean you should be stupid. That's not the same thing. If you read that as I'm asking you to be stupid, that's the problem. That right there is the problem. All right. Let me see. Let's see what. Okay, we got a few more minutes. Let's see. Wow. So I said, exactly, my pops just doesn't get it. Man, dating isn't like how it used to be. Dating isn't like how it used to be. How did you know what it used to be? Are you saying you've been dating for a few decades? Because how did you know? And you cannot use your mom's experience. I'm sorry. You're not gonna you're not gonna get away with your mom's experience for me. Are you saying you've been dating for a few decades and nothing? There's an opportunity there for improvement. Yes, I promise you. There is an opportunity for improvement. Okay. It might be as simple as letting go of the idea of dating too. Maybe it's just not who you are. But you can't say that and then a few minutes later and cry that about Starbucks dating. No. Dating isn't like how it used to be. They think I can go to Walmart and pick a guy off the shelf in aisle 10. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. And then she clap. Somebody who gets me. So are you saying that back in the days you used to be able to go to Walmart and pick a guy off the shelf? I get it. There was no social media. People are not hiding inside and jerking off in their bathroom 24/7 doing remote work. I get it. I get it. But you're still wrong. Are you a player? You want to learn the game or not? Because there's still a game and some people are winning it at 24, 25, 26, 52. Some people are winning this same game at 52 and 62. But that's some. Why can't you be some? How many people do you think become the winners in any game? You think it's most of them? No, it's just some. You too can be your own sum among about 1 billion people. Can you be like one of the some? Yeti Slay, I'll be crying in my Bentley next time. You're very nice. Shout out to Yeti. She'll be crying in a Bentley next time. So somebody said if you can comfortable talk to your dad, I mean an African father this way, that a guy is crazy just cause he invited you to Starbucks, then then you never ready. So you never ready. Sorry, Yeti, I have to agree with that. Yeti said, President General, among the nations, we hail you. Let me see. Yeti, I hope you are listening. So these are, as much as I said these guys, they should be softer. Maybe you don't really need a soft landing. Maybe you need the harsh truth. I think say you go abuse me, I salute you back. Leave all the women in the comments are not asking her to take accountability and maybe do something different. They're all hell-bent on unrealistic expectations. Unrealistic expectations is definitely a major culprit in all of this. Pride and unrealistic expectations. Okay. Someone said, please don't cry, my darling. This person is wrong. I feel your pain because I'm in the same situation and looking forward to meet you. God bless you, sir. Their problem is they set standard for nonsense. Must you go to an expensive place to meet that? That is why most of them, okay, bros, know how to type on the internet first. This is very feminine behavior on the internet. You can't do that. Now, because of your type, they make this video, men. This day are sometimes something else. You deserve, all of you deserve each other. That's the point. So you better be the real player in all of this. Have some game. Get some game. Learn some game. Because somebody is winning in your same era. Okay? No, they just all marry because of money. Nobody, everything is transactional. That you are still giving excuses. You're still giving excuses. Somebody said you don't have to marry or have kids. Enjoy your success. That's just wrong. You know that's not what she was trying to say. She's trying to say all of them are feminine. Men are feminine. That's what she's trying to say. Imagine you can't go to Starbucks and you're a founder of Tesla. Wala. The moving around was driving me crazy. But this is sweet. Having your parents as your best friend is you never ready. Somebody said my daughter. An auntie has come to the chat. Let me see. An auntie has come to the chat. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can actually get. Let's see here. One of the viral responses. I didn't get it. Maybe my wife will share some of them with me later on. All right. An auntie is here. Said, my daughter, too, Yeti, God will give you exactly what you deserve at the appropriate time. All right. So that prayer is loaded. You know what we say? You attract who you are. And then somebody said, you will attract who you are at the appropriate time. The appropriate time is now. You're attracting who you are. Okay, all right, let's go back to Christendom. She said, God will give you exactly what you deserve at the appropriate time. Don't worry. Be strong. I know it's not easy, but I'm happy you know what you want. And thank God you have your dad. Oh, that's so sweet. And somebody's begging for money inside the chat. Somebody said, Mayor says, Yeti Slay, truth be told, there's nothing wrong with meeting someone at Starbucks. That ain't lowering your standards. It's an ideal place to meet up if you're meeting for the first time. I like that. They're even nicer than me. She didn't think that was nice. She said, President General among the nation. She's copying pasting and this is really serious for her. She's copy pasting the same thing everywhere. This is a deep issue for a lot of ladies. Ladies, I beg, it's never too late. Okay? You're still a player. You're still in the game. Learn the game. Okay? Don't argue with your destiny. If you are generating a certain type of result over a period of time, there's an opportunity for improvement. Coconut head is a bastard. Let's call out coconut head and unrealistic expectations once and for all of us. Because men have their own too, right? Says, no, it's not. Why would I want to meet a guy at Starbucks? What's there to do? Have a latte? Yeah. Have you had lattes before? The best lattes, by the way, is in Dunkin' Donuts. They need to pay me money now. Dunkin' Donuts need to pay me. Jay is back saying, I understand if you don't want a hubby or a child, The average man here has no idea what makes a perfect date location. You're looking for a perfect date. You're never ready. For example, for me, Starbucks isn't the bad choice for a first casual meetup. Okay, all right. It's a casual meetup. Yeah, I personally don't think it's that deep. That's a woman, but it says Muslima Kenny. That's probably a reason why she doesn't think. Because Muslims generally, if they are devout Muslims, they would think she's crazy actually. But she's our own person, and if she doesn't like it, Starbucks is our call. Clearly, she doesn't like the results she's generating because she's crying on the internet. We don't like to say that, but I'm just pointing out the obvious. Don't be sad. God will remember you soon, and you will meet the man of your dreams. Keep living your best life and be prayerful too. Something good will happen for you. Amen. A fine Igbo girl said that. Amen. Let's see. Someone says, salute your courage to vent online. It's a lot. Don't take this wrongly, but Dad and I also think meeting someone in Starbucks might not be a bad idea. The line of communication prior to that, dude. Okay. The dad actually did say that. But the dad said it one time. They don't get it one time. Just if they are 40 plus, no, 30 plus, and you say something to them one time, they don't hear it one time. They won't listen though. Yeah, they won't listen though. It's better. It's actually better most times to collect first. It's called experience. It's called experience. They will listen to the experience probably better than you. So it's about really what's wrong with meeting at Starbucks. She said, sis, go. And sis in Canada, I see a Canada flag. Shout out to D and Marriott and who else is in Canada? No, D is in UK, I think. I think Marriott and Missy. I think they are in Canada. Canada people say, wait, I don't see what's wrong with Starbucks. She says, sis, go. Maybe she's from the UK. UK people say, nah, sis, you go. No, she's not UK. She's actually Los Angeles. The Los Angeles people say, no. Like, you go, sis. I'm not going. I'd rather be here on TikTok and cry to my father. Crystal says, damn, I feel you, sis, because I've absolutely felt this way, especially the kid thing. Or, I'm so sorry. The kid thing is, I felt her when she was crying about that. Then, getting over the fear to have kids just to be miserable in the house. Ladies, there are options. It's 2025. Remember, there are options to having kids in 2025. If you have a partner that you're on the same page and you found each other at any age, there are options. Okay? And especially if you've been doing well for yourself financially, which most of you are doing very well, there are options, and there are options to put resources away for those kids so that they can actually enjoy all your hard labor too. Don't worry about the kids thing. When you're worried about kids, it's also a testament to the fact that you too, you're attached to the traditional way of doing things. But the traditional thing needs to just rest. Okay, if you are 40 and you're now being open-minded for the first time in a decade, and you now find a partner, there are alternative, viable, healthy ways to achieve what you want to achieve. Okay. Your life, marriage, kids, and if it's meant to be, it will come when you least expect it. I want to encourage you to be open-minded in general. It means the same thing with being open-minded to other alternatives. It's the same mindset. See, earlier on, we've been talking about being open-minded to meeting a man at Starbucks, but as you can see, these behaviors are the same. It's about being open-minded. It's about letting go of your ideologies, and don't get stuck in this vicious cycle of internal battle with traditionalism, but at the same time you want to play slay. You're confusing yourself. Be open-minded. I think that would be a major lesson we can end today with. Do me a favor, hit like, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications, join the conversation. I'm not doing live for now. I'll do live as soon as I can, but join the conversations, the comment section. Hopefully be enlightened, educated. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs. you're touching and kissing. Make love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.